Hello, explorers. Welcome back to the Accidental Explorer.
Welcome back, everyone. We're taking a deep dive today into a really tragic situation.
Yeah, a tough one for sure.
We're going to be looking into the death of a young woman near a village called Pimla.
Right, Pimla Village in Nagaland. This happened just recently on April 7th, 2025.
And we'll be trying to piece together exactly what happened. We're using news reports and statements that have been released by the community.
We'll be examining those to understand not just the facts of the case, but how the communities responded.
Yeah, and what steps are already being taken to try to find justice in this case.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's important to look at this from multiple angles,
Absolutely.
to try and get a clear picture of this tragedy.
So let's start with what we know about what happened.
Okay, sounds good.
So the victim was a 35-year-old woman.
Right, and she was from a nearby village, Hikem.
And she was a mother. She worked as a vegetable vendor to support her family.
It seems she was going about her daily routine on April 7th. She went to the forest, like she probably did many times before.
Near Pimla, right.
Yeah, near Pimla. It's in the Chimakadima district. She was going to collect produce.
Probably to sell later.
Most likely.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's when she went missing.
And then her body was found later that day.
By her husband, actually. And this is where things get really concerning.
Yes. The fact that she was found partially clothed immediately raised suspicion.
Of a possible sexual assault and murder.
Yeah.
Just a horrific situation.
Absolutely. And of course, the police immediately started investigating.
They had to. A crime like this demands a thorough investigation.
And what's the status of that investigation?
Well, from what we've gathered, 6 individuals have been detained so far.
6. Wow.
Yeah, and one of those individuals is actually the victim's husband.
Really?
Yeah, which might seem unusual, but it's often standard procedure in these kinds of cases.
I guess they have to consider all possibilities in the early stages.
Exactly. They need to be thorough. And we also know that 2 other people were detained initially, but then released.
So they're maybe focusing on those 6 now?
Seems like it. They must have found something that led them to release those 2.
And what about the community? How have they reacted to all of this?
There's a real sense of grief and outrage. And it's completely understandable given the circumstances.
It's just heartbreaking. A young woman going about her business, and then this happens.
It's a tragedy. And several civil society organizations have spoken out.
Groups like the Zillion Grong Youth Organization.
Yes. Them and the Western Naga Youth Front have both issued statements condemning the crime.
And calling for justice. Right.
Absolutely.
Ah.
They want to see swift action and those responsible held accountable.
It shows how much this has shaken the community. They want to see justice served.
It really does. These organizations are often a voice for the community. They reflect the shared feelings of the people.
Right. And we've also seen a response from the government, haven't we?
We have. Deputy Chief Minister Y. Patton has addressed the situation publicly.
What did he have to say?
Well, he urged anyone with information to come forward.
To help the police, right?
Exactly. He stressed the importance of community cooperation in bringing the perpetrators to justice.
And did he offer any reassurances to the community?
Yes, he did. He said that the government is committed to making every effort to find and prosecute those responsible for this crime.
That's important, to know that the government is taking this seriously.
It is. These kinds of statements from high-ranking officials can help to build trust and show that they're dedicated to upholding the law.
It's just awful what happened. It really underscores the need for vigilance and safety in our communities. Our thoughts go out to the victims' family and friends.
Absolutely. And to the entire community. They've suffered a terrible loss. It's crucial that justice is served in this case.
It is, not only for the victim and her loved ones, but for the entire community. It's a reminder of the importance of working together to prevent these kinds of tragedies and ensure everyone feels safe.
Well said.
It's cases like this that really make you think about the role we all play in ensuring justice and security in our communities. How can we be more vigilant? How can we support each other? These are questions worth pondering.
Definitely. It's a collective responsibility.
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive today. We'll continue to follow this story and provide updates as they become available.